The ones staring at this screen, feeling that low-grade, constant buzz of financial anxiety in the back of your skull. The one who lies awake at 2:37 a.m. wondering how it all got this way. You made a decent income last year, didn't you? And yet your bank account looks like it got robbed. Your credit cards are whispering threats. Your future feels like a fog. You are not alone. But you are being lied to. You are being played. And the evidence isn't just in your gut feeling. It's in the cold, hard, shocking statistics that paint a picture of a nation financially drowning in plain sight. Before we perform a full autopsy on the American dream, you need to make a decision. Are you a spectator or are you a player? This channel is your battle plan. It is your weekly dose of the truth you won't get anywhere else. If you're ready to stop being average, to stop being a statistic, then you subscribe right now. Hit that button, because what follows isn't entertainment. It's an intervention. Let's begin the autopsy. Exhibit A. The average American has less than $1,000 in savings. Let that sink in. Less than $1,000 between them and a disaster. A busted transmission, a broken tooth, a missed week of work. That's all it takes to send the average person into a tailspin of panic borrowing, payday loans, and misery. This isn't a guess. This is data. This is the reality for the majority. They are living on a financial tightwire over a pit of alligators, and they're one misstep from being eaten alive. They have no margin, no room to breathe, and they call this normal. I call it insanity. But it gets worse, because they don't just have no savings, they have a pile of enemies sitting in their wallet. The average American household carries over $100,000 in debt. Stop. Read that again. $100,000. That's not just a mortgage. We're talking car payments they couldn't afford, student loans for degrees that didn't pay off, and credit card balances from vacations, flat-screen TVs, and restaurant meals they've long since digested. They are paying for their past with their future. Every single month, a chunk of their life energy, the hours they traded away from their family, their passions, their life, gets direct deposited straight to MasterCard, Visa, and Sallie Mae. They are modern-day indentured servants, and the plantation is the consumer credit industry. You know what we call a business that has no cash and is leveraged to the hilt with debt? Bankrupt. Yet we're told this is how we live our lives? This is building credit? This is using leverage? It's a lie. It's a cancer, and it's spreading because of the next statistic. 78% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. Look at the person in the mirror. Chances are you're in that 78%. You get paid on Friday. By Tuesday, the money is spoken for. Rent, car payment, minimum payments, groceries. The cycle repeats. You are on a hamster wheel, running faster and faster, but going absolutely nowhere. You have no traction, no progress. You're just surviving. And the worst part, this includes people making $100,000, $150,000, even $200,000 a year. They have upgraded their lifestyle to match and then exceed their income. And they are just as broke, just as stressed, and just as enslaved as someone making $50,000. Income is not the problem. Behavior is the problem. This is where the autopsy gets philosophical. We have to ask, why? Why is this happening? Why are so many people with more access to information and opportunity than any generation in history so financially illiterate and fragile? The answer is a three-headed monster: the culture, the system, and you. First, the culture. We live in a culture of comparison. A culture of fake it till you make it that has become fake it until you're bankrupt. Social media isn't a connection tool, it's a highlight reel of everyone else's perceived success. You see the new car, the beach vacation, the renovated kitchen. You don't see the 84-month loan at 11% interest, the credit card bill that followed them home from Cancun, or the second mortgage on the house. We are bombarded with 5,000 marketing messages a day telling you to buy this and you'll be happy, to treat yourself, to deserve it. It's a non-stop barrage of propaganda designed to separate you from your money and your peace. Second, the system. The entire financial industry is built on one thing: your perpetual participation in debt. They don't make money when you win. They make money when you stay in the game and keep paying fees and interest. Think about it. Banks don't love you. Credit card companies aren't your buddies giving you reward points out of the goodness of their hearts. They are sophisticated mathematical predators. They've done the focus groups. They know the behavioral psychology. They send you a pre-approved offer for a $10,000 limit right when you're feeling down because they know you're more likely to spend to feel better. The system is engineered to keep you in the herd, to keep you average, to keep you paying. But the most important head of the monster, the one we have to stare down in the mirror, is the one we have to stare down in the mirror: you. The system provides the temptation, the culture provides the peer pressure, but you pull out the wallet. You swipe the card. You sign the loan papers. You decided that driving a car that impresses strangers was more important than owning your future. You decided that a degree from a prestige school was worth a mortgage-sized payment for 25 years. You decided that today's want was worth sacrificing tomorrow's need. I'm not saying this to beat you up. I'm saying it because this is the moment of power. If the problem is your behavior, then the solution is also in your behavior. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are a participant in your own destruction, and that means you can be the architect of your own recovery. This is where we pivot from the problem to the solution, from the autopsy to the resurrection. And it starts with a single foundational principle, one that every single one of these shocking statistics violates. You must live on less than you make. That's it. That's the secret. The entire rocket science of personal finance. Spend less than you earn. It's so simple a third grader can understand it, yet the average adult with a college degree and a six-figure income cannot or will not do it. Why? Because it requires something our culture hates: delayed gratification. It requires telling yourself no today so you can scream yes later. Living on less than you make creates a gap. That gap is called margin. Margin is the space between your life and disaster. Margin is peace. Margin is choice. Margin is power. The average person has no margin. They are out of space. They are out of options. Every single one of those statistics, the no savings, the massive debt, the paycheck-to-paycheck scramble, is a direct result of violating this one non-negotiable law. So how do we build margin? How do we go from being a shocking statistic to being a shocking success story? You don't do it with a magic stock tip or a get-rich-quick scheme. You do it with work, focus, and a plan so simple it's stupid. You've heard me talk about it for decades. It's called the baby steps. 7 steps, in order, no skipping.
Baby step 1. Save $1,000 as a starter emergency fund. This is your first taste of margin. This is you telling the universe, I'm not a victim anymore. The next flat tire or doctor's visit will not send me deeper into debt. For the average person with nothing, saving $1,000 feels impossible. It's not. It requires what he calls gazelle intensity. When a gazelle is being chased by a cheetah, it doesn't run at a leisurely jog. It runs for its life. It zigzags, it sprints, it does whatever it takes to not be eaten. You need that same intensity. Sell so much stuff the kids think they're next. Deliver pizzas at night. Get a part-time job at the warehouse. Do whatever it takes to get that $1,000 in the bank as fast as humanly possible. This is your first declaration of war. Baby step 2. Pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball. Now we go on the offensive. We attack the enemy, your debt. You list all your debts from smallest balance to largest balance, regardless of interest rate. You attack the smallest one with everything you've got. Your extra job money, your budget surplus, your sold stuff money, while making minimum payments on the rest. When that first one is gone, you take all the money you were putting toward it and you roll it onto the next smallest debt. That's the snowball. It grows as it rolls, gaining momentum, knocking out debt after debt. Why smallest to largest? Because personal finance is 80% behavior and only 20% head knowledge. The math guys will scream that you should pay the highest interest rate first. But math doesn't change behavior. Winning does. The quick win of paying off that first debt, no matter how small, gives you the hope and momentum to keep going. You need that psychological fuel. You've been losing for so long, you need to remember what winning feels like. Baby step 3. Save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. Now you build real margin. Once the debt, except the house, is gone, you take that massive monthly snowball payment and you point it at your savings. You build a pile of cash that can handle real emergencies, a job loss, a major medical issue, a true crisis. This is when you stop being fragile. This is when you can look a problem in the face and say, I can handle you. This fund turns you from a reactive, scared animal into a calm, strategic adult. Baby step 4. Invest 15% of your income for retirement. Now, and only now, do we start seriously building wealth. While you're getting out of debt, your only investment is your 401k match if you have one. That's free money. But in step 4, you go all in. 15% of your gross income into good growth stock mutual funds inside tax-advantaged accounts like Roth IRAs and 401ks. The power of compound growth over 20, 30, 40 years is absolute magic. But you can't access that magic if all your money is being siphoned off by monthly payments. Baby step 5. Save for your children's college. Notice this comes after your retirement is on track. Your kids can borrow for college. You cannot borrow for retirement. Fund their future without sacrificing your own. Baby step 6. Pay off your home early. Imagine life with no house payment, no rent. The single biggest expense in your life, gone. The money you were throwing at the bank every month is now yours to build wealth, to give, to live. This is complete and total financial freedom. Baby step 7. Build wealth and give. This is the promised land. You live and give like no one else because you lived like no one else. You have more than enough. You are a blessing to your family, your community, and your world. You win. Now, let's go back to those shocking statistics and apply the medicine. Statistic: less than $1,000 in savings. That's a pre-baby step 1 problem. The person is living with no margin, completely exposed. The solution isn't a higher yield savings account, it's gazelle intensity for 30 days to get to baby step 1. Statistic: $100,000 in debt. That's a baby step 2 problem. It looks like a mountain. It feels impossible. But you don't eat an elephant in one bite. You eat it one bite at a time, starting with the smallest piece. The debt snowball is the proven behavioral method to systematically destroy that mountain. The average person doing the program pays off all their non-mortgage debt in 18 to 24 months. Not 20 years, 2 years.
Think about that. 2 years of intense focus can erase a lifetime of stupid decisions. Statistic: 78% living paycheck to paycheck. This is a symptom of violating the entire process. It's a lack of a written budget, what it calls a zero-based budget, where you tell every dollar where to go before the month begins. When you do a zero-based budget, you are the CEO of your money. You are in control. The paycheck-to-paycheck cycle is broken because you've already given every single dollar a name and a job. There's no leftover money mysteriously vanishing. You command it. Let me give you a small, concrete example. Meet Sarah. Sarah is the statistic. She makes $65,000 a year, has $28,000 in credit card and car loan debt, and has $400 in her savings account. She's stressed, anxious, and feels trapped. She finds our channel. She gets mad. She gets determined. She implements the plan. Month 1, she sits down with her partner and does a brutal, honest budget. They find $500 of leakage, subscriptions they don't use, eating out too much, a high phone bill they can negotiate down. They sell a guitar, an old iPad, and some collectibles online for $600. In 45 days, through sheer focus, they have their baby step 1. $1,000 in the bank the first time her car needs a $300 repair in month 2. She pays cash. She doesn't put it on a card. For the first time in a decade, a problem didn't make her situation worse. That feeling? That's hope. Month 3. They list their debts: a $500 medical bill, a $2,000 credit card, the $25,000 car loan. They attack the $500 bill with their extra $500 monthly margin. It's gone in a month. They celebrate with a $20 home-cooked steak dinner. Then they roll that $500 onto the $2,000 card. That, plus their minimum, is $650 a month. It's gone in 3 months. The snowball is now $650 rolling toward the $25,000 car. Month 8. They're throwing $1,000 a month at the car, their old payments plus the snowball. They get even more intense. They do a no-spend month on non-essentials. He drives for a rideshare on Saturday nights. They sell the car and downgrade to a reliable $10,000 used car, freeing up even more payment. The momentum is explosive. Month 22. The last non-mortgage debt is gone. They are free. They now have over $2,500 a month that was going to payments that is now theirs. They pour it into baby step 3 and have a $15,000 emergency fund in 6 months. Month 30. They are on baby step 4, investing 15%, saving for kids' college, and throwing an extra $2,000 a month at their mortgage. They have gone from a statistic to a success story in 2.5 years. Their marriage is better. Their sleep is better. Their future is bright.
This is not a fairy tale. This is happening in thousands of households every single month. They follow the same steps, they get the same result. It works because it's based on fundamental truths in human behavior, not Wall Street tricks. Let's talk philosophy. This journey requires a complete mental shift. You have to adopt what my friend and co-host Dr. John Deloney calls a wartime mentality. You're not in peacetime anymore, casually strolling through the mall. You are at war with your debt, with your past mistakes, with the cultural currents trying to pull you off course. You need a budget like a general needs a battle plan. You need to be ruthless with your spending, not because you're cheap, but because every dollar is a soldier, and you need every soldier on the front line attacking the enemy. Another principle from my friend Ken Coleman: don't follow your passion, follow your preparation, and your passion will follow you. So many people are stuck in jobs they hate because they're enslaved to the payments their job affords. They say, "I'd love to change careers, but I can't afford the pay cut." That's debt talking. When you have no payments, you have options. You can take the job that aligns with your skills and purpose. Getting your finances right isn't just about money. It's about freeing you to live the life you were meant to live. This is also about integrity. Right now, you've made promises you can't keep. Every credit card balance is a promise to pay that you're struggling to fulfill. Every loan is a chain. Becoming debt-free is about making your word bond again. It's about cleaning up your integrity ledger so you can walk into a room with your head held high, not owing anything to anyone but love. Now, I can hear the objections, the whispers from the culture, from your own doubts. But Ben, I need a credit score. No, you don't. You need a life. A credit score is just an I love debt score. It measures how reliably you borrow money and pay it back with interest. Once you're debt-free, paying cash for cars and getting a 15-year fixed-rate mortgage from a manual underwriting company, you never need to care about that number again. It's a slave score. But what about rewards points and cash back? It's a trick. Studies show people spend 12 to 18% more when using plastic versus cash. They give you 1.5% back, and you spend 18% more. You are the product. You are being farmed. Stop being a sheep. But everyone does it this way. Everyone is broke, stressed, and living paycheck to paycheck. Everyone is the statistic. Do you want to be everyone, or do you want to be free? This is about taking personal responsibility. The government isn't coming to save you. The lottery isn't a plan. Your rich uncle probably isn't real. It's on you. And that is the most empowering realization you can have. Because if it's on you, then you can fix it. You have the power. It starts with a decision. The decision to act. So, what is your next action right now? 1. Get angry. Get angry at the debt. Get angry at the lies. Get angry at the stress. Use that fire to fuel your first step. 2. Get on a budget. If you're not telling your money what to do, it's leaving. Use every dollar, use a spreadsheet, use a pen and paper. It doesn't matter. Create a zero-based budget for next month, today. 3. Communicate. If you have a spouse, sit down tonight. Have the money meeting. It will be hard. It might be a fight. Fight for unity, not against each other. You are a team. Get on the same page. 4. Get gazelle intense. This is not a gentle stroll. This is a sprint. For a season, 18 to 24 months, you live like no one else, so that later you can live and give like no one else. Sell stuff, work extra, cancel everything that isn't breathing. Be weird. Look back at the title of this talk, Shocking Money Stats of the Average Person. I want you to see something. The word average means typical. It means normal. It means mediocre. I don't want you to be average. I don't want you to be normal. Normal is broke. I want you to be weird. Weird is debt-free. Weird is investing 15%. Weird is paying cash for a used car. Be weird. Your future self will thank you. You have a choice. You can close this video and go back to the same routine, the same anxiety, the same slow drip of despair. Or you can choose today to stop being a statistic. You can choose to start being a success story. The path is laid out. It's simple, but it's not easy. It requires everything you've got. But I promise you, on the other side of this struggle is a life of peace, of options, of generosity, of freedom that you cannot even fully imagine from where you're standing right now. This is why we do this. This channel is a lighthouse in a storm of stupid financial advice. It's a place of truth, of hope, of real results. If you want weekly doses of this, the hard truth, the inspiring stories, the practical steps, then you need to be part of this community. You need to subscribe right now. Hit that button, ring that bell, make the commitment to yourself that you are done with average. You are done with normal. You are ready to be weird, to be free, and to win. Now go, get mad, get on a budget, and start your fight. Your future is waiting.